Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good evening. So, till now you already completed Unit 1 and Unit 2 of the syllabus?
सर आपके पीछे बहुत शोर हो रहा है सर.
अच्छा, okay. Sir. Slide is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some people are waiting in the lobby. You can allow them.
YouTube का लिंक भेज दिया सर. ओके. सर को भेजिए. आपको क्या दूंगा?
Anyone can allow if anyone is waiting in the lobby. Okay. So let's start. Unit 3 is basically based on the concept of multiple access. The content of the syllabus for Unit 2 is as follows: multiple access, and what are the type of multiple access? Random multiple access, CDMA, CSMA, CD, CSMA, CA, controlled access, channelization, and these are the types of multiple access. First of all, everyone, you should know what is multiple access. What is the term? What is the meaning of this term? Multiple access means accessing the resource by multiple number of users at the same time. Am I audible?
No,
Hello.
sir.
Am I audible to clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So, multiple access, this term stands for accessing or the use of resource. Use of resource, I mean to say resource means the channel or the medium. Channel or the medium through which communication takes place. Suppose a channel is this and nodes are connected like this: A, B, C, D, and so on. Suppose 5 nodes A, B, C, and D are connected like this. Suppose A is the transmitter, A want to transmit some data, and D is the receiver which receive the data. And through this, only one medium is available here, this. There is a chance that multiple any other C and D. This A transmit and D receive at the same time. Some other user can also transmit, or some other user can also receive. So there there may be the chance where the data or the information can collide to each other. In that case, data will be disrupted or it will maybe destroyed. So accessing here you can see that only one channel is connected for
बात तो दवाई खा लेते हैं उसका टेंशन चल रहा है वो भी इसलिए दवाई खाने का मन कर रहा है तो खाने की आपको विजय तो आए थे बोला था कि पता सुबह तक सही लग रहा था जैसे दिमाग में आया मैं हाथ से जल्दी बदल गया
Hello, sorry for the interruption. Actually, my net was disconnected. So I was discussing that random access technique. In this situation, no station or the no nodes is superior to one another. Means all the nodes connected through the medium have the equal chance to use at a time. Anyone can transmit at any time. No one is superior.
हेलो सर
Yes.
सर इसके पहले भी स्लाइड्स हैं क्या? क्योंकि सर आप बहुत पहले डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए थे।
नहीं, ये स्टार्ट ही है, ये यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया है।
ठीक है
Okay. Here, this random access technique is further divided into 4 protocols. One is Aloha protocol, CSMA, CSMA, carrier sense multiple access, CSMA CD, carrier access sensed multiple access with collision detection, and CSMA with collision avoidance. We will see one by one. In this random access method, each station have equal right to access the medium without being controlled by any other medium. No other medium will, no other node will control the any other node, any other station. However, suppose more than one station tries to send the data. In that case, there will be chance of collision of information. After collision, the data or the frame means information frame will be either destroyed or modified, means no use of the information frame. The random access method have evolved for very interesting protocol. This is very simple to use, but earlier it was used for wireless LAN technology, but now it is also applicable for shared medium. Here, another improved version of this random access technique is called carrier sensed. Means first of all, Aloha was discovered. After that, some modification or some improvement in the efficiency of transmission is observed in other protocol, that is CSMA. Further, CSMA is also improved by some method, and that is called CSMA CD. And further, CSMA CD is also improved by some sense, and that is called CSMA CA. Basically, CSMA and CSMA CD and CSMA CA both are same, but the principle of working of CD and CA is that CSMA CD tells what to do after collision. When more than one node is transmitted the information at the same time, the collision occurs. Now what to do? This is the basic question, and CD is based on that answer. And CSMA CA is based on try to avoid this collision. No need. Why do do the any technique? Use any technique that will avoid the collision. We will discuss further in detail. Means when collision occur in CSMA CD, both station instantly stop the transmission. When collision is detected in CSMA CD, the information is stop the transmission. And CSMA-CA, what does it do? In CSMA-CA technique, in this protocol, a node try to observe all the time, continuously observe the medium when it is getting free or when it is in idle condition. Means medium is not using by some other node, and whenever it find that, in that case node will try to send the information. So no, when this is in ideal condition, in that case frame will be transmitted through the medium, means collision is avoided. So major difference is like this: CSMA-CD and CSMA-CA. So first of all, this see what is the Aloha. This is earliest random access method. Earliest it was developed in 1970. It was earlier used for LAN, but now it is also used for shared medium. It is obvious that this is using the same medium by multiple number of nodes, so the potential of collision is high. Probability of collision is very large in this case. The medium is shared between the station. When a station sends the data, another station may accept, and to do so at the same time, the data from the two stations collides and become garbled or lost or modified. Now improvement is in this technique. One is called pure Aloha. Some modification in this protocol is done on the working, and it is characterized in two parts. One is pure Aloha, another is slotted Aloha. See, the pure Aloha, it allows station to transmit whenever they have data to be sent, anywhere, anytime. Any station can transmit the data. When a station sends the data, it waits for the acknowledgement. Means suppose station A, station B, C, suppose A transmits the data for C. C is the receiver. Anytime any of the node can be transmitted, but it waits for the acknowledgement that it is received by the proper receiver, and this waiting time is like a random. Suppose what happened, transmitter A transmits the data for C and wait for the acknowledgement, and waiting time is a certain fixed time. Waiting time is certainly used, and acknowledgement doesn't come from the C. Receiver does not acknowledge any that transmitter information is received or not. Then what will happen? So, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think I'm getting disconnected. So transmitter A transmit the data for C and wait for the acknowledgement. If acknowledgement come, then transmit data again. If acknowledgement doesn't come from the receiver, in that case, transmitter A will wait for a random time, wait for some time, and that waiting time is called back of time. Back of time, TB. And after back of time, it will again transmit the same data whatever it transmit earlier, and again wait for the acknowledgement. This is the loop kind of thing. This is the algorithm that is applicable in pure Rayleigh technique. Since suppose multiple nodes are connected through the same channel, so the different station will have different amount of time, waiting time, different amount of waiting time. So the, you can say, probability of collision is decreased. So because waiting time is different, it can wait for the transmission, for the acknowledgement that is received by the receiver or not, and further, if acknowledgement received, then again transmit the data. If acknowledgement doesn't come from the receiver, it will wait for the back of time. Further, if TR, suppose TFR is the average transmission time of frame, average transmission time of frame, and G is the number of nodes or the stations, number of node or station which wish to transmit frame at same time. So the two formula you can use to calculate the efficiency of this technique. One is vulnerable time is equal to you can use to calculate the efficiency of this technique. Vulnerable time is 2 into FR. This is frame transmission, average frame transmission time, and efficiency or maximum throughput is equal to G into e to the power minus 2G. Please keep two formula. We will use this formula for some numerical type question. Suppose pure Aloha, here is good for the good understanding of the pure Aloha, we can use this diagram. Suppose this is x-axis, this is time axis. Here 4 stations are connected. All these are same channel. Basically dotted here, you can see 4 dotted line, all are same channel. At the same time, you can see that 4 stations have, each station have 2 packets or the 2 frames. 2 frame for station 1, 2 frame for station 2, 2 frame for station 3, and 2 frame for station 4. Suppose at this instant of time, only one at T1, only one station is transmitting frame 1. Means station 2, station 3 and station 4 all are not transmitting, only one station is transmitting. So there is no chance of collision. But when see this at this shaded part here, this instant of time here, frame 2 of station 1, frame 1 for station 2, and frame 1 of station 3 and station 4, all these are at the same time on this channel. So all 4 packets or the all four frames will be collide to each other and it will be lost. At here, see this at here, at this time, frame second from station 2 and second frame from station 4 are at the same time on this link. At the same time on this link. So these two will be collide and it will be destroyed. Here see, at this instant of time, only one frame from third station is given on the medium. So it will be successfully transmitted at the receiver. So this is the way you can understand the pure Aloha. But further, see slotted. What is the difference between slotted Aloha and how it is differ from that? Pure Aloha. See this flow chart. Start. A counter is used. K is equal to 0, and send the frame and wait for the time that it will receive the acknowledgement. Wait for a while that acknowledgement can be received from the receiver, and if acknowledgement received, it means it is success, and again transmit the frame from next time. If acknowledgement not come from the receiver, in that case counter will increase to 1, and if K is greater than K max, suppose K max is a kind of threshold. Generally K max is used as a 15. It is kind of threshold you have to set and wait for K greater than K max, and if yes, then process is aborted. If K less than K means this condition is not satisfied, then any random number is chosen from the range of 2 to the power K minus 1, 0 to 2 to the power. Basically this is a kind of binary thing, binary number 0 to 2 to the power minus 1. Any number is chosen and that number is multiplied with the propagation time. That time is the waiting time, and again transmit the data. So this is the layout, or you can say flow chart, that pure Aloha protocol is applied. From this discussion you can solve one numerical question, that the station on the wireless Aloha network are a maximum 600 kilometer apart. Suppose station A and station B separation is 600 kilometer. If we assume that the signal propagate at 3 into 10 to the 8 meter per second, then find TP, propagation time. Suppose this is the distance and information or the frames we will transmit with the speed of light. Speed of 3 into, this is the speed 3 into 10 to the 8 meter per second. So the time required to transmit the data from A to B, what will be the time? This time is called propagation time. Propagation time is the time required to complete the information from transmitter to receiver. Time is distance divided by velocity, 3 into 10 to the power 8. Here this is in kilometer, you can convert to in meter. Finally 3, 3 to 0 cancel. 2 millisecond is the propagation time. Now another question, find the value of back of time TB for different value of k. The value of k is 1 given. For the value of k is 1, so the total number of values in the range of 0 to 2 to the power k minus 1. What will be the number? 0, k का value यदि 1 रखोगे तो 2 to the power k minus 1, it will become 1. So total 2 samples, 0 and 1. This is the value of R. And back of time can be calculated as 2 into 0 or 2 into this 1, either 0 millisecond or 2 millisecond. Further, if the value of k is increased to 2, so the R will be 0, 2 to the power k minus 1, this is equal to 2 to the power 2 minus 1 is equal to 3. R is equal to 1, 2, 3. These will be the value. And back of time will be accordingly 2 into 0 or 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3. This is the back of time that already I have discussed. This is the random time for waiting if acknowledgement doesn't receive from the receiver. Again, for the k equal to 3, you can calculate all these values, and back of time will be, if k is equal to 3, in that case back of time will be 0 for k equal to 3. TB will be calculated as, see this, 0, 2, 4, 5, 6 up to millisecond. This is the random waiting time that will be seen by the transmitter if acknowledgement doesn't receive from the receiver. See one more, this diagram you can understand the vulnerable time. What is this? Suppose station A, here x-axis is time axis. Suppose at time t, station A starts the frame transmission, and before this any station B was transmitting, but it was at the end, but it is not completed the transmission. Some part from the end, some part of frame B is not completed till now, and A starts the transmission. So this is the part, or this is the time duration where collision may occur. And if any part of the frame of two different stations collides, any part, smallest as smallest possible, it can make the collision. Total frame from both the station will be destroyed. So see this at time this t plus tr fr. At this time frame A will be complete, but before the completion of frame A, frame C from other node starts the transmission at this time. So this is the duration where collision occur, and both station A and C will be collide, and both the packet will be lost. Here you can see in this diagram, if situation occurs like this, all the station frame, all the information from all three frames, all the frame will be lost. due to collision from each other. A will be collide to B as well as C also, and all the station will be destroyed. See, if frame A, if before the transmission of frame A, where transmission of frame B is not completed, but if B starts the transmission from itself here only, start the information from here at T minus TFR. So till now, if we observe the starting position of frame A, B will be completed from here to here. So this will be the safe transmission of frame A and frame B. And frame A ends at this point TFR plus T, and if C transmit after this position, this beginning of this, if this beginning of this occurs from here only, and transmission will complete, furthermore time will be taken, you can see. So for the safe transmission of each packet, there will be a certain time duration according to the length of packet, according to the length of packet or length of frame, so that their avoidance of collision. To avoid the collision, there will be certain range of time, so that frame A, B, C all will separately or properly transmitted without collision. And what is the time? That time will be, you can see that 2 into T FR, where FR is the frame transmission time, one frame transmission time of the frame, or you can say length of the frame, or the time duration to complete the transmission of one frame, that is TFR. So according to the length of 2FR, the length of the frame, you can calculate the vulnerable time, that will be 2 into T. Another question. In pure Aloha network, transmits 200 bit frame on a shared channel of 200 kilobit per second. This is the number of bit in a frame, and this 200 is the frame transmission or bit rate of the network. What is the requirement to make the frame collision free? Means collision free के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? It means what is required in this question? You have to calculate the vulnerable time. Basically, it is asking that what should be the vulnerable time so that collision can be avoided, and it can be calculated by length of the frame, and 2 into length of frame is the vulnerable time. What will be the length of frame? See, 200 bit is for one frame. One frame contains 200 bits, and the bit rate is 200 kbps. So the frame transmission time, average frame transmission time, you can say average frame transmission time is equal to 200 divided by 200 bits divided by 200 bits per second is equal to kilobit. So 1 by 1 kilo is 1 millisecond. This is the average frame transmission time, TFR. And so vulnerable time is 2 into TFR is equal to 2 into 1 millisecond is equal to 2 milliseconds. If vulnerable time is 2 milliseconds, in that case, the transmission will be collision free. Here, this is formula I have already discussed. The efficiency is represented as G is the number of station or number of nodes that is used to transmit the information at same time is equal to G into e to the power minus 2G. This value will be maximum when G is equal to half, and this will be equal to the value of this is 18.4%. Please keep in mind, maximum efficiency of pure Aloha is 18.4% when the value of G is half. Here one more numerical question you can go. Basically formula is applicable only, or no need of conceptual thing is here. You can apply directly 200 frame, 200 kbps. What is the efficiency? Means you have to calculate S value G into e to the power minus 2G for the case where 1000 frame per second, for the case 500 frame per second, 250 per second. For this case you have to calculate G. Here also you have to calculate G and put the value of G in this formula. You can calculate the efficiency. Now other is slotted Aloha. Here it was developed just to improve the efficiency. As already have discussed, the efficiency of pure Aloha is 80 point. This is maximum efficiency for the case when G is equal to half. Now some technique efficiency is also improved. And how does it efficiency improve? Basically the time frame is slotted in some specific number of slots. This time is divided in certain number of slots between transmitter to receiver. This is the basic concept. And frame is transmitted only when the slot start time, only at the slot starting time. Suppose if this is the time, this is time, from here to here we can slot this. Multiple number of nodes A, B, C all will send the data from this channel, but it is in the slotted manner, and any of the node will transmit only from here only. If it wish to transmit, it will only able to transmit at the starting point of the slot. If it miss the slot, it will transmit from the starting point of this slot. Again it will, if miss the transmission, it will transmit in the next slot, but it will not transmit at this instant of time. It will not transmit in the middle of any slot. This is the basic difference from the pure Aloha. In pure Aloha, any node can transmit the frame at any time. See another. Yes. This diagram is very easy to understand. Suppose 4 stations A, B, C, D all are using the same medium, and this axis is time axis. This time is divided into 6 number of slots, and in slotted Aloha this time axis is divided into slots. So any station will only when able to transmit the slot time is starting. Suppose this is slot 1, from here to here slot 1. This is the starting of slot 1, and it will transmit only at this time, and no other will be transmitted. Suppose another the case, 2 and 3 node will transmit at the slot 2, this is also transmitting at slot 2. So this will collide each other, this will be lost. In slot 3, station 1 and station 4 is transmitting, and this will be collide each other and it will be lost. And in fourth slot, only station 2 is transmitting. Here slot 5, only 4 station is transmitting. Here only third station is transmitting. So if here 2 station is transmitting at the same slot, so this only 2 frame will be lost. Here the case, in this time slot 2 frames will be transmitting at the same time, so this will be lost. But whenever only 1 frame will be transmitting at this time slot, it will be not lost. So in this case, you can see the collision avoidance time, maximum collision avoidance time, or you can say vulnerable time. What should be the vulnerable time in this case? Here, if because here frames are transmitting at the starting of the slots, so in the middle case, transmitting like this situation will not arise anywhere. In any case, frame will not transmitting at this time like this. Means starting time only at the any time slope, but in the starting of the slots. This is major difference. But earlier, for the pure Aloha case, frame is able to transmit anywhere in between the time. But when it is divided in frame and given the condition that frame will able to transmit only when it is at the starting of slots. So vulnerable time is only TR. Frame time, this is the frame time. This is the maximum time that transmitter can transmit and without collision. Here you can see at this time, this is TFR, here collision occurs. But in earlier pure Aloha case, vulnerable time was 2 into frame time. So vulnerable time is decreased. Vulnerable time in slotted Aloha is equal to frame transmission time. This is case of slotted Aloha. And the throughput, the maximum efficiency is S is equal to G into e to the power minus G. The difference is that here e to the power minus G is present in slotted Aloha. But for pure Aloha case, efficiency was G into e to the power minus 2G. Efficiency. This is not the result, this is not the actual that came from anywhere according to my mind, but this is actually basic derivation is given according to the investigation performed on this concept. Derivation is not important for you, but you should keep in mind only the formula of efficiency calculation. This is not the theoretical thing. This is actually experimental done and concluded that formula should be like this. Derivation is not required. This is the vulnerable time, already I have discussed. Here some comparison of pure Aloha and slotted Aloha is given. In pure Aloha, any station can transmit the data at any time. But in slotted Aloha, any station can transmit the data at the beginning of any time slot. This is the major difference. In pure Aloha, the time is continuous and so not globally need to synchronize. But in slotted Aloha, time is discretized or it is in part is in slotted manner, so it is should be globally synchronized. Vulnerable time, see already 2 into TFR here. In the case of slotted aloha, vulnerable time is TFR. Probability of successful transmission, or you can say efficiency, or you can say maximum throughput, all these are same thing. G into e to the power minus 2g in the case of pure aloha. In the case of slotted aloha, efficiency is g into e to the power minus g. Efficiency बोलो या maximum throughput बोलो, all these things are efficiency, throughput, or the probability of successful transformation, all these terms are same thing. Maximum efficiency in the case of pure aloha is 18.4% when G value is half, and maximum efficiency of slotted aloha is 36.8 when G is equal to 1. This is important, keep in mind. The main difference, or you can say main advantage of pure aloha is the simplicity only. Implementation of the pure aloha is simple, and the main advantage of slotted aloha is the efficiency and vulnerable time. Vulnerable time decreases and efficiency increases. This is the major advantage. So this is all about the one part of the random multiple access, that is aloha, slotted aloha, pure aloha. Further, more two topics are there, CSMA and CSMA CD, CSMA CA. We will discuss in the coming lecture. Till now, if you have any kind of doubt, please ask. And today's lecture is, I think, here good time to stop now.
सर एक्सेस नहीं क्या होता है सर?
यस
सर एक्सेस मीनिंग मैंने क्या होता है?
एक्सेस मतलब यूज करना. एक्सेस करना मतलब क्या हुआ? यूज करना. मल्टीपल एक्सेस मतलब हुआ मल्टीपल नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स यूजिंग द अवेलेबल रिसोर्स एट द सेम टाइम. सपोज करो टेलीफोन, मोबाइल से कॉल करते हो कहीं, ठीक है, तो तुम जो फ्रीक्वेंसी यूज कर रहे हो